Hey there, Frailers. Well, today I'm doing something a little different because most of the time on the Frailing Folk Song of the Week, I'm doing a song that at least some of you have heard before, I think. But today's going to be a little different. I'm going to do a song that I don't think any of you have heard before, and if you have, I'd love you to let me know because it's pretty obscure. Back in the late 70s, early 80s, there was a little duo called Hot Shandy. And they had an album called Paradise Ain't Cheap. It's from 1981. And there's a song on there that I really like and always liked called Bill Bill. It's pretty obscure, and it's not even easy to find lyrics for it on the internet. But I think it's a great song for banjo, and nice simple song. And one thing that's going to make it really good for a lot of you is that for people who don't feel comfortable singing yet, there's not very much singing in this song. It's mostly a talking song, except for the chorus. And the chorus is only done a couple of times. So anyway, let me get started with it and I'll see what you think of it. Now, I was the youngest of 13 kids growing up in a little country town. Never had much to eat. The first thing I could speak was patch it up and hand it down. Daddy hauled Phil for the textile mill, drank up the little money he made. We had a 3-room shack with a jowl out back. Only had paper when Daddy got paid. Now, somehow I growed up a really fat kid, though I never had enough to eat. Them old rich kids would laugh and beat on me, and their dogs would run me up and down the street. Yeah, they'd bite my ankles, tear my clothes, they all had fun with me. As I got fatter, them dogs got badder. Things were about as bad as they could be. I always wanted me a puppy. Daddy said there ain't no way. Ain't near enough food to feed our brood, and we ain't got none to give away. Then one night, drunk in a poker game, he won old Bill Teeter's hog. I kinda liked that Poland China, so I raised him like a dog. Them rich kids all had puppies, but I never had no dog. It was always me and Bill, the old fat boy and his hog. Now old Bill followed me to school every day, then waller outside and wait. I used to take him fishing, but he ate up all the bait. He wasn't no good at hunting either, 'cause everything I shot he ate. So dapper and slow, everywhere I'd go, he always got there late. Oops, turn the page. All my troubles, they ended one day after Bill got full grown. Them old rich kids waited for us after school and jumped us when we came down the road. When the dust had settled and the fur stopped flying, old Bill grinned at me. 'Cause screaming rich kids and howling dogs was all that you could see. Well, they must have learned a good lesson. They never bothered us after that day. Them old rich kids called us the 2-ton terrors and stayed out of our way. Yeah, they all went off to fancy schools and the town got kind of dry of dogs. It was only me and Bill, the old fat boy and his hog. Them rich kids all had puppies, but I never had no dog. It was always me and Bill, the old fat boy and his hog. Now that was all many years ago, and old Bill's a long time gone. But things are a whole lot different now, about the best I've ever known. You see, Bill got a little lonesome and I bought him a lady friend one day. Now I got 10,872 hogs and several more on the way. Got me a $30,000 pickup truck and making money so dazzling fast. Married me a fine southern lady, and she's teaching me a little class. And we just had a little baby boy, about as round as he is tall. And I reckon I'll call him Bill Bill, if he's got any spunk at all. Them rich kids all had puppies, but I never had no dog. It was always me and Bill Bill, the old fat boy and his hog. It was always me and Bill Bill, the old fat boy and his hog. Now, as I say, if any of you have ever heard that song before, I'd love it if you'd let me know, because it's pretty obscure. So I'd be pleased to know that somebody else knows about it, besides the guys who actually did it. Anyway, so the song is, so it's a story song, talking all the way through it, and it's the exact same chord progression, just repeated over and over through all the verses, and there are a lot of verses. You got about, let me just see, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 verses, and then a chorus, and then I think another 6 verses and a chorus. So there's a lot of room in there, and just it's a good practice for just a steady Frailing strum. And the chords going through is just G, C, and D. The whole way through. You can do a D7 if that feels better for you. But it's just a G, C, C, G rather, D, G, C, C, G. I think I'd be better at it by this time. Now, I was the youngest of 13 kids, that's your G. Growing up in a little country town, that's a C. G, never had much to eat, and the first thing I could speak was patch it up and hand it down, that's a D. Or a D7. And back to the G again. Daddy fulfilled for the textile mill. C, drank a little money he made. G, only had 3-room shack with John out back. And then back to, only had paper when Daddy got paid. Somehow I grew up a really fat kid, that's a G again. C, though I never had enough to eat. G. You get the idea. So it's that same rhythmic G, C, D. And then when we get to the chorus is just, all that's happening is this, instead of being G, C, D, it's the reverse. It's C, G, D. So the chorus goes, them rich, C, the rich kids all have puppies. And then to G, but I never had no C. It was always me and Bill G, the old fat boy D, and is back to G. And it goes back into the regular verses again. And it goes through the verses, the next few verses, 6 of them I think, and then it gets to the chorus again. And then you got 4 verses, and then the chorus the last time. And that's the song. It's pretty straightforward. And especially for those of you who don't feel comfortable singing, you can just talk your way through the whole thing and just keep your steady Frailing strum going while you're talking. One thing I'd advise is keep your rhythm slow, because if you're not going slow enough, it's hard to fit all the words in sometimes. Anyway, I will. You guys try to give that a shot and have fun with it, and I will see you next week. And if any of you are going to the Maryland Folk Retreat, I will also see you there. That is June 16th, 17th, 18th, I think it is. Anyway, so you guys have a good week, and I'll see you later. Bye.